It's fine. It's fine, it's fine. I'm fine. I'm not getting offended at all. Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be filming something a little bit different, and I got this idea from one of my favourite booktubers at the moment, Larissa. I'll link her channel down below. I believe her channel is Larry Reads, and yeah, she films the most hilarious book videos. I literally love her so much, and so she filmed this video and I was like, oh my god, that's a great idea. I want to do it too. So today we're going to be reading 1-star reviews of my all-time favorite books. Now I have so many, so I picked 5 for today's video. And if you guys like this, I can definitely do a part 2 and talk about more of my favorite books and read 1-star reviews of them. I'm a little bit nervous, to be honest, because her video, there was some brutal reviews. I was like, oh my god. And some of the books that she mentioned in her video were some of my all-time faves as well, so I was getting personally offended. And yeah, so I feel like I'm going to be very offended in this video, but I'm also a little bit excited because let's see what people have to say. I'm very protective over my favorite books and like my comfort books, and like I love these books with my whole heart, so if you don't like them, it's kind of really hurtful to me. This video I have 3 books in paperback and then 2 of them I read on my Kindle, so I'll just put the photo of the book on the screen. So yeah, let's just get into this video. So we're gonna start off with one of my all-time, obviously these are all my all-time favorite, but like this is my favorite Colleen Hoover book, Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover. This book is everything, Ridge and Sydney. I've actually never talked about this book on my channel because I haven't had a video to recommend it in, but this is one of my favorite books of all time and it's just so good. So basically this follows Ridge and Sydney has just found out that her boyfriend is cheating on her with her best friend, and she lives with her best friend, and so she is like, well, I can't stay here, you're literally cheating on me, my boyfriend is literally cheating on me with you, like what the fuck. And so she needs a place to stay, and Ridge, who is her, I don't know if he's her neighbor, but her balcony like looks across onto his, and she can like see him from her balcony, and she used to sit out there all the time and like watch him play his guitar and like make up lyrics for like the songs that he was writing, because she is a songwriter, she's a music student I believe. And so Ridge is like, hey, like you can come stay with me. Like he lives with 2 other people, and so they have a spare room, and he's like, you can come stay with me until you find another apartment. And yeah, and Ridge is actually deaf, and so there is disability representation in this book, which I absolutely love. And yeah, so Sydney moves in and slowly they start to form this connection. It is friends to lovers, but Ridge has a girlfriend, so that puts a little bit of a complication in the works. And yeah, so they start writing music together, and it's really sweet and wholesome. And this is one of the lighter Colleen Hoover books. Like it still does deal with some heavy stuff and still is emotional, but it's on the lighter side and it's a little bit more fun, and I absolutely love this book so much. And Ridge Lawson is literally everything to me. He is my comfort character, one of my #1 book boyfriends. I literally love him so much. So let's see what people have to say about this book. I'm very nervous because this is literally, like I said, probably one of my favorite books of all time. Maybe someday I'll forget that I read a sorry piece of literature, excuse me, that is absolutely rude, where the writer tried to poeticize cheating. But today I'm so pissed that I'm gonna rant to my heart's content. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna also, while I'm reading these reviews, I'm gonna make sure there's no spoilers. Yes, there is cheating in this book. Miss Mary Sue Sydney can't decide if she should feel guilty about carrying on with Ridge while she's in a relationship with someone else, or revel in her newfound love. In spite of repeatedly dissing her best friend for sleeping with her ex, hypocrite much? Oh my god. Ridge can't decide if he should stay with his girlfriend of 5 years or take up with a girl he meets weeks ago. Apparently both of them are 2 halves of a pathetic heart. This guy is the very definition of fickle. Excuse me, I'm so offended. That's so rude. Absolutely not. For her I bend, for you I break is one of my favourite lines in the whole book. They literally write songs together, so you get the music, which is one of my favourite parts of this book, that you get to listen to the music as you're reading, because Colleen Hoover partnered up with Griffin Peterson, I think his name is, and wrote the songs that Ridge and Sydney are writing together, which is super cool. For her I bend, for you I break. And this quote shows how awful this book is. I rarely give 1-star ratings, but this truly deserved it. First of all, it's 430 pages of justifying cheating. It is not. We are humans, not animals, and we're able to control our instincts and stop crying around this situation like it's our own fault. And that just annoyed the hell out of me. Maybe I could have ignored that. Probably not, if the rest was good. But the rest was shit as well. Logic-wise, this book is a pure catastrophe. Oh my god! So rude, man! A deaf boy who randomly has thousands of deaf friends playing the guitar, writing songs for his band. What? His friends aren't deaf. He's deaf. Okay. Playing the guitar, writing songs for his band, yeah right. Oh, he feels the vibes, but only if he completely lays on her body. That's one of my favourite scenes. I mean, it's not really a spoiler. He lays on her chest so he can feel like the vibrations when she sings, so he can like, you know, listen to it, and he can't hear. Plus, it wasn't bad in a fun way. It was bad in a shit way, so I hated it. I'm done now. Okay, harsh much, but that's alright, each to their own opinion. Oh, this one's a short one. Gonna act like this Colin Hoover book just doesn't exist. Okay, alright, short, straight to the point. A bit rude, that's fine. Let's move on to The Dare by Elle Kennedy. This is the 4th book in the Bride You series, which is a spin-off to the Off Campus series. And this book follows Taylor and Connor, and basically Taylor is dared to go up to Connor and ask him to, you know, hook up with her, and she obviously doesn't actually want to hook up with him, but she needs to pretend this is happening. So she goes up to him and is like, hey, can you like come upstairs with me and pretend that we're gonna hook up, but like I don't actually want you to do anything. And Connor's like, sure, why not? So they go upstairs, they pretend to hook up, and then Connor and Taylor, they kind of just, they sit up there and they just talk, and they kind of form this really sweet friendship. And then Connor is kind of bored with all the girls just wanting to sleep with him and only want him for his body, and he's like, you know what, I'm kind of sick of that. Taylor, how about you pretend to be my girlfriend and we can fake date? It'll help get the girls who are mean to you in your sorority off your back, to help her out and basically get the mean girls off her back because they're really rude to her and they make fun of her a lot. And so he's like, let's fake date, and Taylor reluctantly agrees, and they form this really sweet fake relationship, and then obviously fake love turns into real love, and this book is literally my favorite thing of all time. So let's read the 1-star reviews. It started off okay. Connor and Taylor had some chemistry, even though Set was Garrett. Oh, they were Garrett and Hannah like knockoffs, but quickly turned into an overdramatic, boring mess. No one can match Connor Colbert giving Rose Calway a lap dances, which while speaking French to her, his power is unmatched, so don't even try. I don't know who Connor Colbert and Rose Calway are. I'm assuming they're from the Addicted / Calway Sister series, which I haven't read. And then it says Off Campus over Bride You. I mean, I haven't read the Addicted / Calway Sister series. I want to, but I haven't read it yet, so I can't really comment on the fact that you can't match Connor Colbert, but no one's trying to. That doesn't make much sense. No one's trying to say that Connor from this book is trying to be the same as Connor from another book. Like, I'm sure there are millions of books with the main character named Connor. Like, Connor's a pretty common name, so. And to say they're the knockoff version of Hannah and Garrett, they're nothing like Hannah and Garrett. Hannah and Garrett's relationship is completely different. Like, I see the comparison between, like, you know, the fake dating and stuff like that, but Hannah and Garrett are completely different people, so I mean, alright. Off-campus boys, no off-campus boys, this is a crime against me personally. Okay, I will have to agree with that one. There was no mention of the off-campus boys in The Dare, unfortunately, but I mean, it's not the be-all and end-all, like, it's fine. But I do agree that, I mean, it is a crime. Like, I feel like they should have been mentioned, but Connor wasn't mentioned in Off Campus because he wasn't at the school at the time. Moving on to Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan. Now, if you have seen my Archer's Voice reading vlog, you know that this is my new all-time favorite book. Archer Hale is everything to me, and I will protect him with my whole heart and soul. This book is so good. You can't hate on it. You just can't. basically this book follows Bree and Archer is mute, and Bree moves to this new town because she's escaping her past, and everyone in the town kind of avoids Archer, doesn't really talk to him or associate with him, and Bree is really confused as to why, and so she decides that she's going to go and befriend him, and she goes to his house, and she knows sign language because her dad was deaf, and so she starts communicating with him like this because he also knows sign language, and that's how he communicates, but no one else in the town knows that, and so because they all avoid him, and so they form this really sweet friendship that slowly turns into more, and it's so cute. Archer has a crazy past and so does Bree, and they're kind of two broken people helping to heal each other, and I love this book with my whole heart and soul. I literally reread it recently, even though I read it like a couple weeks ago, and I just go back and look at my like annotations and stuff all the time. It's just so good. So this is a book I held very close to my heart, and I'm very scared to read these reviews because this book is everything. You can't fault it. I mean, I felt nothing. I'm in the majority here, but I felt so empty reading it. How can you feel nothing? I literally bawled my eyes out reading this. Nothing about the plot or the characters was convincing. Everything about it was so calculated and juvenile, and I don't mind cliches, but this book takes the cake. It was cheesy galore. Nope. Just no. How can you not like this book? Like, I don't understand. Like, if you're here and you don't like Archer's voice, actually unsubscribe, like leave. Like, I'm serious. Like, it's my favorite book of all time. You can't fault it. Like, it's just so good. I'm all for naked love after tragedy, but something about this read was just not doing it for me. Instead, I often found myself rolling my eyes through the sappy love-making scenes and googly and cheesy romance building. Nah, not for me. Well, I love cheesy cliches, and I don't think this book is cliche. 1 star. I listened to half and couldn't get into this romance, which is rare for me, not my type of book, and not a great audio. DNF. Maybe I'll finish it someday. DNF'd at like 70%. This book is just really annoying to me, and God, I tried so hard to finish it, but I think I actually got a migraine. Oh my God. Okay. No. I mean, simple and straight to the point, really. Okay, so the next book that we're going to be talking about is The Spanish Love Deception. This book is so good. I'm obsessed. Aaron Blackford owns my heart. He's actually everything to me, and amazing. So this book follows Catalina and Aaron, and Lena is in need of a fake boyfriend to take home for her sister's wedding because she recently, well, not recently, but she broke up with her boyfriend a couple years ago. I think it's like 6 years ago maybe, and she told her family that she has a new boyfriend because she found out that her ex is going to be in the bridal party and he's going to be there, so that's kind of awkward for her, and she's like, well, I can't go alone, and so she needs someone to be her fake date. And Aaron's like, hey, I'll do it. But Aaron and Catalina don't really like each other. So she's like, why would you want to be my fake date? You literally don't like me and I don't like you. Like, what? And he's like, no, like, I'll be your fake date if you come as my fake date to this charity event that I need to go to. And so reluctantly she does agree, and they go to this wedding. It is slow burn, forced proximity, one bed trope, phenomenal, stunning. Aaron Blackford is literally everything. And you know, slowly the fake love turns into real love because, you know, they have to act like they're together, like touch each other and act all lovey-dovey, and maybe Aaron doesn't really hate her after all. And this book is just so good. So good. So let's see what people have to say. I've never wanted a book to be over so bad. This book is just the boring version of The Hating Game. Okay, I liked it better than The Hating Game. I'm sorry, I tried to like this, I really did, but I just didn't at all. It took me more than 3 weeks to finish it. 3 weeks! Do you know how long it usually takes me to finish a book? 1 evening. This just dragged on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Are you getting bored and annoyed by me writing this? Imagine reading this book. Okay. Right. DNF'd at 8%? What? DNF'd DNF'd at 8%. This was mentally exhausting and the thought of returning to it actually makes me feel upset. The characters were so childish and I didn't like the writing style. I'm so bored because I love Spain and Spanish culture. And the premise sounded like pure wish fulfillment, but this is really just like a more infuriating version of the hating game, and I couldn't get into it at all. Bummer. Well, I mean, you didn't really give it a shot, did you? 8%? That's like not even freaking 50 pages in. You've got to actually let it get to the plot. You know, I'm pretty sure they're not even at Spain in 8%. Like, they're not even at the wedding yet. I'm pretty sure he's still convincing her to let him be her fake boyfriend. You've got to give it a full shot. 8%? The way they made Okay, this is a slight spoiler, so if you haven't read the book, maybe just skip a little bit, but this is true. They made out just outside a dying man's hospital room, lol. I mean, they do that, but I mean, it's kind of justified because it's like about, they're realizing that they, like, you don't know how much time you have left to live, so you may as well just admit your feelings for each other and be together because, you know, you could die any second. DNF'd at page 50, the writing was weird and very descriptive for my liking, and the main characters kept barking for no damn reason. Also, they look like a bootleg Josh and Lucy. Everyone's comparing this book to The Hating Game, and I get it. It is workplace, romance, enemies to lovers type of vibe. I think it is a mashup of The Hating Game and The Unhoneymooners kind of merged together to create this phenomenal book. But I didn't like The Hating Game as much as I liked The Spanish Love Deception. I said what I said. Everyone's literally like too similar to The Hating Game. It's just like The Hating Game. This is the last time I'm listening to recommendations I got from TikTok. It was just not it. Alright, moving on to our last book, which is Ruthless Night by Ashley Jade. Now, I have raved about this book on my channel so much. It's just so good. It's enemies to lovers, fake dating, so good. Sawyer and Cole are everything. This book follows Sawyer and Cole, and basically they hate each other. Well, she hates him because of something he did to her, and he needs her to be his fake girlfriend, and she's like, absolutely not. Like, I'm not gonna be your fake girlfriend. Like, I literally don't like you. I can't believe you did that to me. Like, no. Eventually he does convince her, they start fake dating, but the fake dating is like the furthest thing from like the plot in the end because all these things are happening. Like, Sawyer is not very body confident, she is a curvier girl and she has a lot of body image issues, and the girls at her school are awful to her about her like weight, and so is her mother. It's honestly disgusting. And so things happen with a bunch of stuff, and you know, eventually fake love does turn into real love, but this book is so cute. Like, Cole's going through so much of his own stuff with like family, and Sawyer's going through all of her stuff, and it's just like, this book is heartbreaking, but so good. Oh my god, why does this crappy book have such high ratings? Because it's good, girly, that's why. DNF'd at 10%. You can't DNF a book at 10%. Like, you can't do that. You're not even into the plot yet. It's 10% in. That's like not even 50 pages into the book. But yeah, this person DNF'd at 10%. I don't get how you did that. I guess I am in the majority with this one. I found myself skimming. Mediocre writing, the story did not flow, a lot of unnecessary information about the secondary characters that took away from the MCs. I liked the premise, but the execution was weak. I did not care for Cole. How do you not like Cole? He was cruel, and even though he said he cared for Sawyer, he was selfish for the majority of the book. Yeah, but that's a little thing that we like to call character development. He is selfish at the start of the book. He's not the best character, but 90% of the heroes in books aren't the best at the start. It's why there's character development, and he changes immensely throughout the book. It was mostly about him and his feelings. I don't like him. Sawyer wanted to be strong, but she was a doormat. In the end, Cole got what he wanted. I think Cole could always treat Sawyer like crap and get away with it. The couple is doomed. Cole is too selfish. Sawyer is selfless. In reality, it would never work. Cole said some pretty cruel things about Sawyer after the party, but Sawyer was quick to forgive him. No thanks. I hated it. Oh god. I mean, at least they're straight to the point. I like a short, quick review. What the fuck? No, ew. God, this is awful. Well, that was a fun video. I'm deeply personally hurt and offended by those reviews, but that's okay, I'll get over it. These are my favourite books and I hold them very close to my heart. If you guys like this video, let me know and I can definitely do more of them because I have so many more favourite books that I can talk about and read 1-star reviews of and get more emotional and offended. But it's worth it for the content for you guys. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.